you an overview of the backup, the updates, and user accounts. The backups are your responsibility, but if you go into the settings and configure local copy, reminders, and unattended operations, you'll see every day a local copy of your data is created. This is typically on your server, locations usually in your server, in your Midwest software folder, in a backup. In that backup folder, the system will create a file every day at the specified time, and you can change that. The file will be called chiroquickcharts.bak. As long as you have include patient files checked, it will also have a folder in there called files. That's going to contain all the attachments that have been scanned or imported onto a patient chart. So it's your responsibility to make sure that this entire backup folder is backed up to whatever your backup media, an external media, whether it's the cloud, an external hard drive, a thumb drive, whatever, and make sure that you can take that off site for security. Next, I'm going to tell you about the updates. Typically, they come out a few times a year, sometimes more often, sometimes less. We do try to send an email notice saying there's an update available. However, they often end up in the spam folder. So if you want to see what version you currently are on, click the little eye icon in the upper right, and this will show you the version you're currently running. I suggest, so that you don't get behind, you can check maybe on a monthly basis or every other month. Check if there is an update available. And to do that, go to training/help and check for updates. If you're running the latest version, you'll know, it'll tell you you're running the latest version available. At that point, you can click OK and forget about it for the next month or two. If there is an update available, it'll close down the program and you'll have a green application update box in the middle of your screen asking you for the update password. At that point, you would have to open up a support ticket and say, hey, I see there's an update available. What is the new password? Because that update password changes with every version. Next, if we look at the user accounts, we'll go back into settings, work with users and clinics, and select users on the left. These are the user accounts that come built into the system. Of course, you can add your own. And to add one, you'll just click the Add User button, enter the username, and once you add that name, that user account is going to show up in the drop-down list when you go to log into the system. You do want to make sure it's active and allow EMR access, and if you have the PM program, allow PM access. You have to give yourself a password. If you click the little key icon here, you can see it defaults to the word staff, but you want to make it a little more cryptic than that for security reasons. The name and title and phone number fields are optional, as well as the email address. The user types. An admin can do everything. A power user/doctor can do everything except change the users. So you could come in here and look at them, but it would be all grayed out. You couldn't add a new user, and you couldn't change a password. Staff people, they can't even get into the options. They won't even see the little gear icon, but they can open charts and run reports. And the limited staff people are limited to the front page or the main page in the program. They can't even open up a chart. You do need to make sure your clinic is in here. By default, it will load your default clinic. Doctor name, this is where you would put your official doctor name, how you want it to show up on report. And the export doctor code, you want to make sure that the doctor number matches the doctor number in the PM program, so that when you export a charge, it knows, it'll pull the doctor on the chart will be the rendering doctor on the chart. For your signature image, we would like if you would get us your signature and just sign a piece of paper and fax it or email it to us, and we'll crop it and so forth and get it back to you. And once that's in here, your electronic signature will show up at the bottom of all reports. And don't forget to save. Thank you.